remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this guppies and rebel now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and rebel now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to these guppies and rebel now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crush all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God enough I can remember. God enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry away.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We back with another Music Monday on this Monday, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel if you haven't done so already. Of course, my name is Jeremy Jones. Y'all know I normally make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and this is Music Monday. We started this at the top of the year. Y'all seen the topic, man. We back on YNW Melly again. Trial started today, but I'm letting my homie go ahead and introduce himself.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's me, Dev Dunks. You guys know me by now. We're all family at this point. I hope everybody's week starting off pretty good. Mine is, can't complain. But yeah, I tried to catch some of this Melly trial on my lunch break. I watched a little bit of it. That's actually when I had posted that in the Discord. You pretty much had said you were already on top of it. But yeah, so that's actually when I got my first glimpse of what was actually going on. And then, like I say, when you were talking, I got to catch a little bit of it right before the live. So I'm still kind of in the dark about some of the stuff that they talked about on the in the actual trial, but with all the information and evidence is out there already, you can kind of paint the picture yourself. So.
Most definitely. Most definitely, man. So pretty much, if you guys haven't been living under a rock, the YNW Melly trial has started today, man. And right now, this is pretty much opening statements. Now, like I told Dunks in the Sold Out Discord, it is pinned up at the top of the chat. Y'all sign up. It is free to sign up. Look like we got the Slayer in the building. Says Hola Sneaker Familia, which is Hola Sneaker Family. What up, Slayer? So with all that being said, man, so yeah, YNW Melly, man, the case has finally started. Homie's been locked up, what, since 2018? Okay, cool. It's about time, man. And you can tell by homie's hair, you can tell he's been locked up for a minute, but I mean, I was watching the trial. I think I missed the opening statements, but I had started watching it around. Like the minute I posted it up in the Discord, the link, that's when I started watching it. And I watched it till they adjourned. I mean, I even saw when they went to a 2-hour lunch break. I think they took lunch around like 12-ish. They didn't come back till 2. And
yeah, you said that in the Discord, actually, yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. So hopefully they making sure homie is eating better than what he's been eating while he's now had that little bit of moment. I know he probably had to go back to a temporary cell, but hopefully they can bring him some decent food, man.
I mean, I don't think that he was necessarily eating bad. I just feel like the conditions that he had gotten used to and the conditions that he were in at the time didn't match up for him. So,
Yeah, this is true. So I'm going to share my screen here in just a second, but if you guys haven't been living under a rock, the prosecutor, which is a person that's against Melly, in the YNW double murder, because keep in mind, this is a double murder, like double homicide. claims the rapper admitted to killing his fans. This is all alleged, by the way. Killing his friends in an Instagram DM. Defense mocks law enforcement in opening statements. So, I don't know if you also caught that. I saw that Melly was. He seemed like at one point it looked like he fell asleep in the courtroom, which I don't think you want to do that. But at the same time, it could be very boring because think about it, he really hasn't had a chance to speak.
Man, I don't care, man, about no boring. If my life on the line for a double murder that I allegedly didn't commit, I'm up every millisecond of that trial. I want to hear what everybody got to say.
Right.
But unless you already know something or you already know the outcome, so you just there for face value, you know?
Yeah. Strong possibility, right? And he has to be there, obviously.
But you can but you can kind of tell the leverage in the cases because think about it. When you see Thug on trial, well his case hasn't happened yet. But from what we have seen of him, he's all smiles, right?
Right.
The man looks like he hasn't lost a day of sleep in his life. Look at Melly.
Thugger, you talking about?
Yeah. Look at Melly. He's smiling, thumbs up, falling asleep in court like it's nothing, you know? But then on the other end, you take the boys who killed the rapper, you know?
Yeah.
They were there, dressed, eyes open every second of that trial because they knew that they had, or they all at a certain point got something to lose. But when you
talking about who did XX Tentacion?
Yeah. Okay. You see those guys, they were all there, all attention. Nobody looked like they didn't want to be there. They looked like they were waiting for the outcome of their, what was going to happen to them. But like I say, when you take rappers on the other end who feel like that they can't be touched and nobody can say anything to them, you see how they sit there like hella laxed and like nothing going on, like it's like
stress free.
It's like it's another Monday.
Yeah, hell no. I don't think I can do that, bro.
Exactly, especially on a double. Come on, man. I'm telling you.
Even if I know I couldn't do anything, even if I know I didn't do anything and I'm innocent as a bird, but they keep thinking I am, I would still be nervous, man.
I would be like, even though I heard what she said, I ask my attorney, what she say? I want to hear everything, make sure I heard it right.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. I just want to go down the rabbit hole of what they have done today. Several people have spoken out on this. Like I said, the trial, I seen people actually go live during the trial. States question witnesses in the double murder case. How long do you think this is? This is just technically, keep in mind, he's been locked up since you said 2018. Yep, October 2018. How long do you think trial will last for this? Because I mean, I'll give you a crazy scenario. Tory's situation, right? Not to compare the two because he didn't technically take anybody out. He just fired the gun allegedly, but I mean, he was found guilty. But his was 2 weeks. This is double murder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is a murder. So obviously we all know when it's like a murder, when there's a body involved, those cases kind of take a little longer because they want every detail 400% before they present it to the judge, to the the whole courtroom, So honestly, I say probably like 3 weeks, maybe. I say about 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah. I'll say this. It's definitely going to take the rest of this week.
Oh yeah, this definitely isn't a week-long case. But I guarantee you, throughout this week, we're gonna hear shit, and see shit that we haven't heard or seen before yet.
Yes, this is true, but at the same time, I gotta keep it 100. I have yet to see where they got the story, like kind of where they paint the picture. But at the same time, this is just the first day. We can't really just go off the first day, right? But
where they paint the picture of like that they did it.
Yeah, it's.
Well, they even got the medical examiners who said that they would testify that the shots came from inside the car.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, and I know you're probably thinking I'm about to play Mr. Super Duper Attorney here, but at the end of the day, bro, if you didn't see the stuff, I don't care how much stuff you can pull up, all this residue and this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, if they got hit close range, it could always seem like it's been inside the car, and I'm pretty sure that's probably what he's
Yeah,
saying.
but for that to be the case, they would have literally had to be standing right at the door, like with the gun to the door.
And
Like,
who's yet to say they wasn't?
well, in that case, I'm sure you can see somebody walking up to your car, you know.
Yes, but how are you going to if you're getting shot up right now? You're like, oh, who the hell is that? Just get down. You
But
don't.
like you
You're not gonna know who's doing it.
but like you just said, unless they were there, they can't prove that the shots came from inside the car. And like I said, in order for in order for a drive by like that to happen, they would have had to be literally up on the door, like literally the nose of the gun to the door, or pretty much inside the car, like for it to be considered like that. For them to rule out that it wasn't a premeditated, you know.
Yeah. So I will say this: at the end of the day, we seen, but they have surveillance footage, but they don't have actual surveillance footage of like the car, like the actual event. They just have kind of footage of what kind of happened.
Either do they have the handgun that the murder was committed with.
Exactly. Like I don't think that's my thing too.
Then that could literally pretty much throw the whole case a different way, because that's literally like the key evidence that will tie that would literally determine the guilty not guilty factor in less than a week. You know?
If they had the handgun, it would have been a couple days, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
But they don't, and they're saying like the dude. And I will say this: the way dude was getting questioning today, like one of the cops that was involved, his story. Let me just put it this way: it's one of those. It could hurt them just as much as it could hurt Melly, because think about it. They've been working on this case since he been locked up since 2018, right? But I think it happened a few earlier 2018, right? So, to be honest, as much as like, oh snap, look like I lost Dunks real quick. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna put myself on the main screen, and once Dunks come back in, I will add him back in. Hopefully, he comes back in. Give me like 2 seconds. Let's see. All right, y'all should be able to hear me real quick. Sorry, Dunks kind of fell off, but if Dunks come back in, which he should come back in, I'll add him back in. Of course, my bad, y'all. He just came back in. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna put him back on the main screen. Give me like 2 seconds. Hold on. Boom. Dunks should be back in the building. Should have killed the echo. My bad. What happened?
I don't know. It's just disconnected. I don't know, bro.
You all good. But anyway, Dunks back in the building, everybody. So, like I was just saying, look like we got Kwame in the building. Says, yo, at work checking in. What up, Kwame?
Yo, what's going on, Kwame?
Keep getting to the bread, man. No pun intended. But long story short, I was gonna say this. I think that whenever they was cross-examining the cop today, which I saw that tried to retire, they had a lot, and it's a thing. It's tough for both parties at this point to really prove he's guilty. I think it's still a reasonable doubt. And me and Dunst was kind of chopping it up behind the live, because I know a lot of people been asking us like, "Yo, do you think he's actually gonna get the thing about this is the what's out there is if he doesn't beat this case, he's not going away. Like allegedly, he's not supposedly just going away to like just sit in a cell and rot for the rest of his life. He's like, you know what I mean? If he doesn't beat this, they're planning. They want to do what he. Yeah, they wanted him to take him out. Yeah, lullaby. They want to get him out of here. Like there ain't no coming back from that. And see, one thing I was thinking before the live, right? I'm not here to say who's right or wrong or who did what or what the whole situation was, but I think that the chair and stuff and giving people death penalties like death row, while there are certain situations where if it's super like cut and dry, they know they did it, then sure, maybe so. But at the same time, I feel like this one is still too many loopholes or too many holes in this case where if you say like they give him if he's found guilty, I'm not saying he is, but if right, then he gets a chair and then they come back a few years later like, hey, actually new evidence surfaced that he actually didn't do it now, but you can't bring him back though. You know what I mean? You can't bring back.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that he's gonna get the death penalty unless they're 100% sure, accurate, everything they present to the judge, and the judge has to buy
Well,
100% of that for
the
that to be for that
jury
to
the
happen.
jury has to recommend that too. Just FYI.
Yeah, well, like I said, I don't think that's gonna happen because, like you just said, if somebody comes out to prove his innocence and they've already fried him like an egg, ain't no coming back from that.
Yeah. And I personally, I'm with you too, Dunks. I can see why you say that, where you don't think even if he, if things don't go in his favor, you don't think he's still gonna get the chair. And I'll say this, right? And I probably never told you this. I have a family member, like a cousin, who was facing a similar situation. It wasn't double murder, but it was murder. And he was found guilty. And they pretty much had took death row out. Like he was facing death row, but he didn't get sentenced to death row. He's still doing his time right now. Um,
Hmm.
very individual. So yeah, like I said, you gotta really, if there's any shot of a doubt, you know, I don't think they're going to give him the chair, but that's what's supposed to be recommended, apparently. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I
Well,
don't
like I
know.
say, it is the state of Florida, and we know that Florida,
They don't
uh,
play though.
along with Texas, there's still two of the states that do death penalty. You know,
Yeah,
and I'm sure, and we all know that this is, allegedly. I'm sorry, but allegedly, all this new stuff, all these new laws are coming from that mayor that they have down there.
yeah. Rumors is, and my dad was telling me about this offline too. That guy not playing no games down there.
Yeah, so I'm saying whoever that guy shouts out to anybody that's in Florida, that's from Florida. I've never been there personally, but uh,
I've been
man,
there.
you guys, not you guys aren't called the Gunshine State for no reason, huh?
I'm gonna share my screen on this real quick about just to get a few updates on this. Boom, right here. So, prosecutor and YNW Melly case, uh, and YNW double murder trial claims rapper admitted to killing his friends in Instagram DM. Defense mocks law enforcement and opening statements. I refuse to believe that he. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like Melly is a genius or anything, but I just refuse to believe he just pretty much wrote it in a DM. I mean, she's got to have some hard evidence to say he wrote it on the
Yeah,
Instagram.
well, it's kind of you wouldn't have believed that the dudes who killed fucking X would fucking flash the money on the fucking camera.
Well,
You
yeah,
would have believed that they would text that they buried money.
yeah, but
So
those guys, I mean, no disrespect. And again, keep in mind, this is also Florida. I'm surprised those guys, but they didn't have death on the table though. I don't think they just had pretty much life. They didn't. I don't think they had death row on the table for those guys. Um, we got Shoe Nation in the building says never thought this trial was going to happen. It got pushed back so much.
same here,
Even last week,
same here.
yeah, last week when we was live, I thought it was gonna get pushed back too. Remember, everybody like, when does it start? When it starting? I'm like, yeah, I think it's supposed to start, but I mean, we really didn't have a stretch song date.
Because
I
wait,
guess
this happened? Didn't this in the whole King Von and Little Dirk incident? Didn't they all happen around the same time?
that
Because
I
remember when Von and Dirk went to trial too? Remember? And then clearly they both walked.
well, we
But
can touch on the Dirk and Vaughn situation. They didn't walk; they eventually got bail, and the reason the case got dismissed is because rumor has it, and I don't know if this is true or not. Well,
no
obviously
witnesses showed up.
not even that. Apparently, rumor has it, and I don't know, but uh, the reason the case is officially off Dirk is because, well, obviously the other person that was involved no longer is here, and
Oh,
they said
he
that
can't tell his side of the story.
he can't tell his side of this. No, the guy that got hit, he can tell his side, but
No, I'm saying Von.
yeah, so he's gone, and rumors is a lot of people said just blame it on him and call it a day. I don't
Well,
know
dead
if
man
that's
can't
true. I
speak.
highly doubt
Yeah,
because if
yeah,
he,
dead man can't speak. So yeah, easy to
yeah,
say. Oh, he did it. Who's
yeah,
gonna stand up for him?
yeah. But the thing is, I'm not trying to take up for Dirk and saying he's a good guy or anything. But even if he did that, wouldn't that mean like you were still there, so you're an accessory too?
Yeah, I'm saying he can make all the freaking little all my life, all them songs he want to make, whatever. He can make all that stuff to try to cover up the dirt, but You know, Dirk's still like, my opinion, Dirk's still dirty.
Okay, cool. That's another topic, another live, man.
He got his homeboy
We def-
killed, but hey, whatever. That's
we
other
got to
stuff.
touch. I mean, let's not sit here and act like allegedly. I don't know. I never met him. Let's not sit here and act like Vaughn was some saint too. You know what I mean?
Well, no, Vaughn wasn't the same, but Vaughn also wasn't trying to set his boy up to get got.
Yeah, Vaughn just always looked kind of reckless anyway, man.
Well, yeah, Vaughn, yeah, he was, but like I say, and also, in my opinion, I feel like Dirk was a little jealous.
Of what? He's a bigger artist. Pause. But you know what I'm trying to say? Like
Vaughn went
music,
Vaughn went way harder than Dirk. Vaughn went way harder than Dirk.
but he wasn't like
Vaughn was on his way to the top. Come on now, you can't. LeVon James, come on, one of the best albums out.
I gotta listen to it. I probably heard some samples on it or heard some songs.
Yeah,
on
like I said, listen to it, man, and listen to his song. Man. I feel like I say, Dirk was a little jealous because he saw Vaughn starting to get the shine, man. Vaughn was OT up.
I mean, they was supposed to be together, man. You know what I mean?
It was, I mean, yeah, it was supposed to be only the family, but I mean,
Yeah. Let me read this article real quick.
and think about this too, because now Dirk will get paid for the rest of his life off of anything.
I think he said that he getting it to the family though.
15%.
I'm assuming he's still taking care of him pretty good. You know what I mean?
Him getting the majority still, because you got to think at the end of the day, like he gonna tell his Vaughn's family, his business, you know.
I hope he didn't just flat out tell him. You know what I mean? I don't know.
He's still in the contract. Hey, living or dead, he's still only 7 years.
I mean, that's Diddy. That's Diddy. That's Diddy. Allegedly. But let me read this real quick.
But isn't that how it works though, right? In the industry, they like after you die, they still like can collect from you for like 7 years after or something like that.
I thought it was a lifetime. I don't know. Don't quote me. Don't quote me.
Nah, after you pass away, they still can collect. They still own like your name and all that shit for a couple years after you pass.
I thought it was much longer than that.
That's why I think all these labels are able to do these. Nah, but I think that's how they're able to do these, like these posthumous albums and stuff.
Makes sense. Look like we got Fly God in the building. Says all my life. He's rocking with the song. Got the popcorn. I mean, it's not a bad song. I mean, I definitely put it on the track whenever I was doing a short.
All my life. Oh my.
It's all right. It's all right. Let me read the rest of this article real quick, though. I'm gonna read this article. It says the double murder trial for the rapper Jamel Demons, right? And you said they were saying his name wrong. They were calling him what?
Jamel Demons.
Demons. I think it's Demons, but I guess
it is exactly.
They're saying
they gotta cover it up in court.
Yeah. Better known as YNW Melly, began in the earliest Ernest with his opening statement from both sides in Broward County, Florida on Monday morning. So, okay, yeah. So both of them did their open statements. A breakout musician in recent years, a 24-year-old faces 2 counts of murder from the 2018 shooting deaths of his YNW collective members, Chris Thompson. These are these guys' legal names. That was 20 years old at the time, who was known as YNW Juvie, and Anthony Williams, 21, who was known as YNW Sack Chaser. Now, I was telling Dunks this outside of the live as well. Honestly, I don't see why, and I'm assuming there's got to be a lot more to the story if they think that Melly did it. But from the outside looking in, it looks like he has no real. I'm not trying to defend Melly here, but I don't see where he has a real motive to even want to just off these guys because he's the bigger artist. I've seen some people floating around saying like it's pretty much either like a loyalty thing, like he lost distrust in them or something. But I don't,
It's literally exactly why I said too. All right, so it has to be something to where they were doing something outside of what he had with them, It had
Yeah.
to be something to where he was like, we can't trust him, and him and his other boy set them up. Like it could have been if they were gonna go get another deal, like he wanted to sign them, and they were gonna go get a bigger deal, which would have left him out. Something. Pretty much something that'll. You gotta think, man. Like nothing makes a bigger hater than to see somebody doing better than you. And
You know,
and that's.
I don't see Melly being a hater, but I don't know him like that either. You know what I mean?
You also don't know what situation he was in. Like I said.
Yeah.
So you're not in a situation to where you feel like you did something for somebody, but they come and surpass you during
Yeah.
fun. But anyway,
Let's
you know
see.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I still don't feel like that's enough. You know what I mean?
Oh no, to you, but
Yeah.
you don't know what that means to some people. You don't know what that would drive them to do. Like them motherfuckers can literally have 50 cents more in his pocket than you and go take his life. You know?
Not over
That's how
no
some people
50
that's how
cents,
some people
man.
live. That's how some people live.
I hope not, but I mean, I get what you're saying.
You thinking Nino and you couldn't deals with the you couldn't deals outside the brothers.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty much the talk that Melly had to have.
I mean, yeah, we don't know, man. This is all alleged. I mean, it's got to be if he even did it. I mean, he said he loved those guys, man. Um, Fly
Hmm?
Guy says, I don't like the song, but I can relate with Dunks. Okay, so you're talking about the
The Dirk, well, he tries to flip flop. He'll go back to his little Chicago drill stuff to where he on his murder, dissing his ops, all that. But then when he gets some hot water, he wanted to go against. Hey, yo, I'm not gonna be dissing no more ops in my music. I'm not gonna be doing none of this. I'm over the whole NBA YoungBoy beef. And then I'm gonna drop some songs to let people know that I changed. I'm gonna drop songs with conscious rappers. Saw smoke and mirror, man.
I mean, but don't you think J. Cole would have saw right through that though?
It's business, man.
I
Business,
mean,
man.
I mean, does J. Cole really need it though?
Business, man. Like, hey,
Does J. Cole really need it?
it's not about if he needs it. It's about the numbers and that's gonna bring. Because that probably wasn't a J. Cole thing. There was labels. There was two labels putting two artists together. And what better than to put Dirk with one of the most respected artists of our generation, you know, like who talks to the youth, like he can't go do that. Like why don't you go back and make a? I don't know. Wasn't he just talking about making Voice of Heroes too?
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, he said
You're
it was
not gonna be talking. You're not gonna be talking that all my life shit on there. So I'm just saying, man.
I mean, yeah, y'all are probably right. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I'm not taking away from Dirk. He's
Yeah,
good. He's been in the game for a
I
long
rock with his
time.
I rock with his
Yeah,
music.
and I do too. He's been in the game for a long time. He had dreads, cut him off, got him again. You
Well,
know,
apparently because he got locked up, they cut him off. I didn't know they did that. You know what I mean?
yeah, but apparently, most people opinion, uh, haircut, Dirk was one of the best ones.
Yeah, I think so too. I still remember when he first came out. Like, this ain't what you want. I still remember that joint.
But yeah, this is how I feel about the whole Dirk situation.
Yeah, true. I mean, like I said, that one, I don't know. I guess we just gotta let that one go. I do want to read the rest of this article real quick. Let me see if we got anything. Let's see. Let me see right here. It says defendant and one of his surviving friends who is also a member. I want to know where the hell is the friend at that was with him, the one that survived. Where is he at?
They got them on separate trials. Probably they can't have them together.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, is he gonna be called on to testify? Because I mean, technically, he was there. Is he gonna hold it down and no snitching, this, that, and the third? If there's even who's to say there's anything to really truly snitch? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thing. So it says who is a member of the collective. Uh, let's see, the defendant and one of his surviving friends, who is the member of the collective, insisted that the two died in a drive-by shooting. So both of them are sticking to the same story. I will say this: is Melly's beating it, he's beating it. But again, I don't know where his friend is at, so you got to take that with a grain of salt. Let's see. Florida law enforcement claims that they couldn't find any evidence at the scene of the crime to support the theory of the murders. But what evidence did they find then? Did they find any evidence at all?
They found shell casings. They got glass, you know?
Yeah.
They got tinted glass. They got regular pane glass and tinted glass.
Interesting. Says, let's see the support the theory of the murderers. And I don't like how they saying murder. We don't know if they're murders or yet. This is all alleged. Says, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. You finished what you were gonna say.
I was just about to read the rest of the article. That's all.
Oh, well, the chick also says that there was gunshot wound to the back of the head.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't think a drive-by shooting could have done that.
Why can't they? If they got out the car and shot all around that.
Because, like I said, man, if you see somebody rushing your car like that, you're not gonna, I don't think you're gonna just sit there and let it happen.
You ain't got no choice if they already got
nobody nobody's that good of an aim to where they can shoot you straight in the back of the head.
Yes, it is.
Good of an aim.
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right. Okay.
It is. I'm not
Okay. You're right.
No,
You're
it's
right.
not about.
Let
me tell you. If they got out the car, look, I'm not trying to say you're wrong. I agree, but I get what you're saying.
Okay.
But I'm agreeing with you. Let me finish. But I'm saying, like, for real though, if motherfuckers get out the car, I know what you're saying. Like, you just gonna let somebody bum rush up on you. If they coming out and this is a thing, because they said they was chilling, just smoking out in the middle of nowhere. You know how it is when you get lit, and then you know what I mean. I'm just curious if they had. This is the thing that's fishy for me. If that's true to what they're saying, how did these two survive? Because that thing, if you got out the car and got that close range up on everybody, yeah. That's the thing.
All things, yeah. Why, like, if it was a drive-by, wouldn't people most likely be targeting Melly?
Yeah, but I mean, it ain't like they. I'm not trying to play devil's advocate again, but I guess I am. Mm-hmm. There's been times where the intended target get missed. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. You can never count that out. That happens. Actually, it's actually more common than people like to admit. Where the target's missed, and there's innocent bystanders. We see that all the time. That's common drive-bys, all that shit.
Exactly.
So we see that shit all the time. So there's nothing. Yeah, there's definitely nothing to rule out. There's actually a very heavy consideration to keep in the back of your head.
Exactly.
Where the intended target is missed.
Yeah. But that's my thing with it.
But the other guy they say was shot in the cheek.
Oh, the dude who survived, he got hit?
Well, no, the two who deceased. One got shot in the head, in the back of the head. Other one got shot in the cheek, and he died from that.
Wow, I'm surprised. Because usually if somebody shoots himself in the mouth, it goes straight through. Like, you can think like 50 Cent. I've seen some people shoot themselves online right in the mouth, and they go in one out the other.
See somebody online shoot themselves in the mouth?
Yeah. I was sitting there.
I know what I'm saying, but yeah, that's if you're like just straight like this with it. But like I say, if you're from an angle, like I said, like a back seat, from an angle is gonna go.
Yeah, it could go through up your brain or something like that. I can see that. Yeah, it all depends on how the bullet hit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
What type of gun was used?
Yeah, that's enough. But see, they don't have that because they ain't found no.
Exactly, so I'm saying, and that would have literally opened and closed this case 4 years ago.
Yeah, they ain't got no gun. If they ain't found no gun by now,
it's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they did with it. Because even if they was to throw it in the river and stuff, like, I don't think it'll float up, though.
Guns don't float.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not saying, I don't know what they did, but I'm just saying, like, that's just
I'm sure that they've searched every lake, every pond of water in that surrounding area, probably for miles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we know Florida is full of water. And I'm sure the area that they were around there was some form of water around them, you know.
Yeah,
And I'm sure they searched that thing probably 10, 20 miles out, you know,
yeah, and
probably
even
10, 20 feet deep, and nothing came up.
and I remember during the trial watching it today, they said that the prosecutors and stuff, the cops and stuff, they searched it for like a couple miles and still didn't
Yeah,
find
yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly. You gotta think though, they can go get that gun ground up,
Yeah,
like
so
to turn it into dust.
true. Yeah, so that I mean that's just the gray area. I'm gonna read the rest of this real quick. It says near the tail end of the state's first presentation to the 12 jurors who were explanted to determine Melly's fate, prosecutor Christian Bradley claimed to the defendant himself actually bragged about and admitted to deadly shooting in a direct message on Instagram. I think that would have been exposed all over the internet if that was true.
Well, that's evidence, on an ongoing trial. I think they can leak that to the internet.
Yeah, I even saw where the judge, like once he dismissed, everybody had to leave. They had to collect all their writings and everything. Um, they can't take it with them. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like it was very interesting. I think that's for the jurors and stuff. I think of course the attorneys and stuff can take their paperwork. They've been having it all this time. I don't know though. I've never been in this type of situation. I've been to trial, but not like this. Um, totally different. I knew, worst case scenario. I wasn't looking at no life or nothing. You know what I mean? Or death row in this case. Um, let's see. The state took the opportunity to try and ding the rapper's popularity in the Instagram. Let's see. In the Instagram, because the defendant had a moderate social media following at the time of this event, people are reaching out to him. Bradley said, "People are reaching out to him. Some fans, some friends, some associates." You've seen on October 26th after 8 a.m. in the morning Eastern time. Multiple messages are coming in from individuals checking to see if he's okay. Melly has, but see, this is my thing. That doesn't really prove anything because they think that he may have probably got shot too. You know what I mean? That's my thing. They're probably thinking he's hit. I'm not trying to. I'm pretty sure that's where the attorney's going to take it. Like, yeah, there's people who genuinely care about him because they think they don't. They're not accusing him. They're taking shots at him because they're asking him like, "Hey, yo, you
He
good?"
didn't get shot. He didn't get shot because he would have reported that he got shot.
Yeah, but I'm saying like this is what people are thinking because he did think about it. They're saying he said it was a drive-by shooting. You know what I mean? So from the outside looking in, you like
So you think people think he dead or something?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's probably why he was getting all those messages. Think about it. If you hear that, what you about to do? I'm pretty sure if you hear something about me, I would hope that you're gonna try to
You
reach
mean
out.
this was right after it happened, or like today and like in today's times, they're texting him, "Are you okay?"
Nah, that was back in the day. This was
Okay,
back in
yeah, yeah.
October. Yeah.
Because if they're doing that like in
No, they're
modern
not doing it
times,
now. They're not
yeah,
doing
I'm
it now.
saying,
This
come
was
on,
back then.
so
Yeah,
where you guys been?
yeah, exactly. So that was my thing. Yeah. So at that time, so I mean, to be honest, so far, while there are a lot of speculations, so far to me, I know it's too early to be calling this, but I feel like his story borderline checks out a little bit, you know?
His?
Yeah. I mean, this is my thing. I'm gonna say this. Keyword on a little bit. Checks out just enough where I don't think I'm just curious to see what more evidence they got to bring to the table. I'm gonna put it like that. You know what I mean? Because if we just going off what we know now, clearly that's not enough. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
let's see. It says Melly has well over 4 million Instagram followers as of this writing. The prosecutor went on to say that people were checking to make sure Melly wasn't also hurt in the drive-by shooting. Exactly. That's what I kind of figured. Using his hands to make quotation marks or using her hands to make quotation. Oh, so she said there were people were checking to make sure he wasn't hurt in the drive-by shooting. And this
Oh
what
yeah, because remember she was doing that during the whole time when she said drive by. She
yeah.
goes drive by.
Yeah. Fucking asshole, man. But she doing her job though. Um, she doing her job, man.
Doing
She
something, man. She doing something right.
yeah, says using her hands to make quotation marks in the air in order to discourage the characterization. One message allegedly received by Melly's asked, "Yo, homie, you good? Let me know something." I mean, you can't. I don't think that ain't strong enough.
Well, and for one, even if he was free, he's not gonna reply to that.
Yeah, but I'm saying like this is apparently these are messages that were happening after the shooting. You know what I mean?
From fans.
Yeah, from fans, associates, all that. That's what it's saying. It's from people like just like if you got hit right now, if I found oh shit, man, and I started texting you and hitting you through the DMs and everything. That's basically what this is. This is during the time of when things apparently went down, from what I'm getting from it. She's put in quotations saying that this was all staged. That's why she's doing that, right? It's what I'm getting from it.
Have people text him and stuff to say, hey, you okay and all that. Like is that genuine?
Yeah, like it's genuine, which I think it is.
I don't. To fans, yeah. To fans who don't know, yeah, they're gonna,
The only people that know, and hopefully they stick to it. Only people that know is him and the other buddy that survived.
Only people that know are him, his buddy that's in the car with him, and the two that died, and those two can't speak.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, pretty much. That's my thing. They're trying. I just don't see it like, I don't know. I just don't see it happening, but I'm going to keep it reading through here real quick. Bradley then went on to discuss the concept of context and explain to jurors why it matters. In an attempt to argue that Melly's alleged response to the direct message had to be read in context. Okay, so I'm guessing she thinks he wrote something in like secret language here. It says the state claims the rapper salently replied, "I did that ish." But you don't know what he means, though. You know what I mean?
But I mean, if you tie when he sent the message to around the time that happened, if it's on the same day, within a few hours, she can tie it together.
Yeah, true, but it's still a very vague like statement. You know what I mean?
Well, like I said, if it happened, say if it happened at 4:00, and then by 7:00, same day, he's on Messenger saying, "I did that ish."
Yeah, true.
That's the picture they're gonna want to paint with that message.
Yeah,
if the same day, then it's kind of no doubt.
It is for me. It's still a little. It doesn't mean he admitted. I'm sorry. It doesn't mean he admitted. I'm sorry.
You will be good. You will be a great attorney. You will be.
I'm just keeping it 100. That's not enough to say like he didn't flat out. She's saying that he said it through direct.
If it's the same day within a couple hours, then that's clearly what he was indicating.
He could be it. No, that's not clearly what he was indicating. He could be talking about so many different things.
But why would you be talking about something else in around the time when two of your friends just got murdered? Hey, did you drop that song? Yeah, I did that ish. Well, two of your friends are in the car dead right now.
That's possibly what he. That's probably what he meant. Like maybe he dropped the song. Maybe he sent them. Maybe he. Think about it. A lot of these artists also don't work in the studio together. You have to send songs, blah blah. So maybe
so
in
the middle of two of your friends being murdered, and somebody texts you about something that got nothing to do with that. Hey man, did you do this? Yeah, I did that.
That's the thing, though. Why I'm gonna go ahead and play devil's advocate again. What also I saw during the trial, Melly didn't have his phone with him for several hours.
Yeah, actually, Melly did have his phone with him in the car.
Oh, I thought he didn't have his phone like once he dropped them off.
He had his phone with him the whole time, and then like I say, the guy diagonal from him and the passenger driver was on the same phone plan with him. They were both on their phones.
Yeah, you did say that before the live. But still,
they even tracked him getting out of the car when they were in the parked location.
Yeah, but I mean, still, they were like, that don't mean they did it. You know what I mean? I'm saying that's not him admitting to it. All I'm saying, you know?
Yeah, no, you're right.
I ain't trying to play devil. I ain't trying to be. I know you think I should be a great attorney. I'm just saying I give the benefit of the doubt. I want to see pure, clear cut evidence. And I think they actually had the messages as I scroll on down on the screen. But it says, more law and crime coverage. Rapper YNW Melly could get death penalty more easily than past convicted killers. Experts, of course, yeah, because now it's not as hard. Now it's much easier than before. That's why Melly it's very important that he definitely wins. If he doesn't want to get that death penalty, apparently.
Like I told you, like we talked about in the Discord, this is majority because like in a courtroom, his family and stuff can be there, right?
Yeah,
Or depending on his case, they limit a certain amount of family and friends, right?
yeah,
But I'm sure, like I said, a lot of these people that are going to be on the jury or that's in the crowd are people that's from Florida, you know,
yeah,
people that like or their kids listen to him, you know.
yeah,
So you gotta think if your 13-year-old son or daughter's favorite artist is the case that you're doing, and they're telling you, "No, please don't. I love you. This is my favorite artist." You know, like
yeah,
at some point, it's gonna kind of like you're gonna be on the fence about it. You know, and
yeah,
like I said, also with a lot of you're gonna see how much support he has because I'm sure outside the courtroom. There's people like saying free Jamil, free Jamil. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And apparently, what I'm seeing on this screenshot, it says YNW Melly. This came from his Instagram. No, this actually was on his Instagram post. It looks like it said, he says, "Go stream my trial live now." And he at Law and Crime. Wow, send a prayer for
His
me.
publicist did that. His
Yeah,
PR did that.
I know he didn't do it, but whoever's running his account, I'm like, man, y'all, whew, yeah, man.
That's it. You should to show you that he wants and needs the support.
Yeah,
They put it like somewhere as direct on his IG page.
it's super direct. It says, it's crazy. It says, I'm not trying to doubt, but 70 pages of evidence. I mean, still, I don't care how many pages it is. If it's not connecting some dots where it's point blank period, like straight through, I don't think I don't know.
But it is because, like you said, they found the showcases. They got the medical examiners as willing to testify that the shots came from inside the car. You know, so I mean, what else? What else evidence are you looking for to prove that it was a drive-by? Because there's no tire marks. There's nothing connecting. Nobody following them. Like there's nothing connecting.
They don't
to
know.
the
You don't
targeted.
you don't know if that's true. And then my thing is this.
They said it. They have
Don't
no
have
proof
they talking about some forensics. They not talking about actual video proof. I'm just saying, like I'm telling you, homie, I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna give you a scenario. Me, you in the car right now, right? I'm gonna give you a perfect scenario. I'm gonna put myself back on the main screen real quick. I'm gonna give you a perfect scenario. Me, you in the car, chilling out in your hood or whatever. We roll. You like, man, we gonna ride down middle of nowhere, kick it, smoke one, chill, reminisce on good times. Somebody roll up on us, and literally we got the windows down, airing out the car, or whatever, just kick back, chilling. And homie super nervous, and one of us get hit. I survive.
But at 4:00 a.m., they know that that's us.
Yeah. Have you been watching your target? Yeah. I mean, they could have easily been. People work those hours.
But there were only two cars that left the studio at that time, and that was like they say, the gray Jeep that they were in, and then there was a red Mitsubishi, and then they say they followed each other up until the certain point where the red Mitsubishi turned, and Melly, them who were in the gray Jeep, they kept going straight.
Well,
and that was it. That was as far as them being followed or being like any other cars around them. That was it. Because then, like I said, that's when they drove into the Everglades.
Still doesn't mean that people don't know that. I mean, if you think about it, this could be a typical routine that they do on the regular when they leave the studio. And somebody who's got it out for you, like, hey, these motherfuckers do the same thing every other damn day. Cool. The red Mitsubishi leaves. Hey, yeah, they head down that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
man, you kicking it, and this is my thing. One more thing, I'm gonna let you have it. We kicking the car. They come up on us already with the guns drawn and the windows down. The gun could easily be inside of the car and hit one of us and get the hell on. That means it's fired with inside of the car.
Then, like I say, inside the car, but then in the back of the head.
Yeah, I mean it could be that. You know what I mean? Especially if think about this, is my thing. Who's to say? Like, think about it, you see somebody like, oh, you turn your head and boom, you know what I mean? That person already pulling. Like your natural instinct is to get the way out the gun.
But you're gonna. But yeah, you're right. You're gonna turn away from it. Oh shit! And then clearly you're gonna turn naturally. You're gonna turn and duck. So that would have made the bullet go boom. But the bullet went up and out the fucking window.
Yeah, I mean,
from the back of his head.
Yeah, I mean,
so unless he just turned like this and gave him a clear shot, then
it's a possibility because you're scared. You have you ever had a?
But I'm not gonna just turn my head straight and look out the window. I'm gonna turn and look down,
bro. Keep it 100. I'm gonna just keep it 100. You don't know what you gonna do when the gun is pulled up. You don't know how you gonna.
Yeah, I read. That's never mind. But anyway,
I'm telling you right now. You think you have? I'm telling you, I've had it happen to me, and
me too.
And I guarantee you, your life flashed before you went into survival mode immediately. I'm sure.
Which was to duck from cover, not turn my head away from them. Like
he really could have been ducking down, bro.
You said, but they said the way the bullet was shot, it went through his head and out the passenger window that he was sitting in. If he would have ducked, it would have went through his head through the floor or through the bottom of the door.
I mean, they could have opened that damn door up.
They got time. Man. They got time. Let's open the door up and then shoot him.
I'm just saying, like, you never know. You don't know how it all went down. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
also, if there would have been a drive-by, wouldn't they have been able to pick up the drive-by peoples who was in that area, the cell towers, who was right there?
True.
I mean, obviously, It don't matter if you shut your phone off because they can still get into that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue that one. That's what the attorneys is for. I can't argue that one.
Hey, Detective Dunks.
I know, Detective Dunks. You talking about? I'm the damn lawyer. Hell, you the detective, man. Whose side you on, man?
I'm on Melly's side, but I'm also on the side of I know what they're gonna. I already know what they're gonna try to say and how they're gonna try to paint the picture that there was no drive-by. And this is all the type of stuff that they're gonna bring up.
Yeah, true. That's gonna be something. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. It says Melly has been in jail since he turned himself in on February 13, 2019.
So he's been since 2019.
Yeah, it happened in 2018, but he didn't get locked up until February 2019. So pretty much in October, then by February, he turned himself in. Mm-hmm. Announcing his decision to surrender in an Instagram post. A couple months ago, I lost my two brothers by violence, and now the system wants to find justice, he wrote. Unfortunately, a lot of rumors and lies are being said, but no worries, God is with me and my brother.
But if you knew you were guilty, if you knew you were innocent, you can just voluntarily turn yourself in. If you honestly knew in your heart that you were guilty, innocent.
Yeah, that's why he turned himself in, because he knew he was innocent. You know what I mean? That's my thing.
I get where you're coming from both ends. Like,
that's the point.
You're guilty, you got nothing to hide. Then
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He felt like he's not guilty and he's turning himself in. So F it. I know I didn't do anything. Cool. I'll be out in X amount of or he's probably like, I know ain't no way in hell they're gonna be able to find out anyway. So fuck it. That's probably how, I'm gonna be honest. That's how.
I'm sure that's what fucking Shiesty thought too.
Nah, his shit. I'm sorry, and I love to play devil's advocate, but his shit just was a little too obvious.
Hey, he fucking painted a clear picture. He left.
Yeah, we might as well no disrespect.
He might as well took the fucking evidence up to the fucking detectives themselves and be like, "Here you go."
Yeah, no, here you go. And yes, I did it. Let me know when I need to come in.
Yeah, he left like a fucking Louis bag with like 30,000 cash in there behind on the scene or some shit like that.
That and the fact that his Instagram post
had the money spread.
He had the money. Yeah, he could. This is my thing with that too, man. You can't just have it doing the money phone joint. You got to spread the whole joint out, and they can see the serial numbers, and voila! Come on.
And not to mention the fact that you rented a green McLaren, and it was a green McLaren seen in the video.
Yeah, like, dude, you're not really. I mean, but that's. I'm gonna just say this about. I just don't think he gave a shit.
And then
I don't think
let's
he.
not forget the shooting in the club where he pretty much told everybody, "I'm
Yeah,
taking
but
my
that
money in
one
your
was
future."
obvious. And the thing is, one, he had no business having his money flopping around like that in the
Well,
first place. That was stupid.
to anybody, I know you probably haven't, but to anybody who's seen that video when it was around back in the day, it's probably still out. You probably still find it. But to anybody, if you've seen that video, you clearly see that the pants he had on barely could hold $1 in them.
Yeah, I
So
was
him
tired of
trying to stuff
fancy.
30,000 or 15,000 in two pockets where the pants could barely fit 2 quarters in there, you kind of asked for that. People were reaching and literally grabbing in his pockets and shit.
Bro, tight ass pants, like no
Yeah,
disrespect.
exactly.
Yeah, you be happy to give $40 in there, you
So I
know?
say, like, I don't know about you, man, and I don't know about anybody in the chat, but I hate, you know what Amiris are, right?
Yeah, Mary Jeans.
That's probably like some of the stupidest, like overhyped, for no reason. Though
I ain't even look.
Amiri,
I never even looked into them.
Amiri, who else? Purple, all those.
Yeah, I never even looked into a Mary Jeans.
I mean, well, guess what?
I
You're gonna
I
be
heard
paying
about
over a
them.
thousand. You're gonna be paying over $1,000 for them, and can't even put $1,000 in your pocket because the fucking pants so tight.
Well, I guess I won't be chilling buying those. Let me hit the chat real quick. Slayer says, "Was Melly wearing Air Court ones?" LOL. The Slayer says, "Lawyer Jones and Detective Dunks." Basically, um, Teenage Mutant Ninja Stritches says, "Yo, I love your videos, bro. Appreciate that, homie. Appreciate that. Definitely staying on my grind for sure." The Slayer says, "On the case, okay, got you." Trey X95 says, "Bro, he's going to be someone's wife. Melly isn't built like that." I don't know, man. He looked very comfortable in court today. He seemed like a man that had no worries, and I know what you're trying to say. Like as far as doing, he's been in jail. He hasn't went upstate to prison, which I hear is different. I hear actually jail is worse than prison because I guess with prison, you go in there, you're expected to be there for a while. But I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to find out either. You know what I'm saying? The hard way.
I even
Um,
feel like prison is more where people find them still where that it's home. So it's everything in there. All walks of you see all walks of life, all races, the other stuff, So, it's just when pretty much if you go to prison, you gonna be there for a minute anyway. So
yeah, true.
might as
Um,
well make your bed and make it last.
lie in it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
basically, you made your bed, lie in it. That's that old saying.
Mm-hmm.
Says Teenage Mutant Ninja Stretches says, "Just getting deep into Air Max 95, and I love your honesty. Appreciate that." Why do everyone hate Jordan 13s? Um,
I don't.
they don't. They're not. I get what he mean. He probably mean like they're not as popular. Mainly because I mean, at the same time, there's no major hype behind it. They've had a few collabs here and there, but I guarantee if there's a Travis 13, yeah. But overall, 13s, I don't hate them because they're super duper comfortable. 13s and 14s are probably the most comfortable models. They're not the most eye appealing, but they do each got their own individual. Like 14s, it'll be the last shots. 13s, you can think of, um, the playoffs. You can think of the breads. They got a couple hits on there too. You just gotta know which ones you want to get. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. He says, "Somebody tell me." No hype in the building says, "Sup, fam?" They're
Yo,
not OG enough to rock them. Okay, got you. Yeah, it is like an OG shoe. True. 100 from Teenage Mutant. Valid point. They're not like it is like you gotta be. I mean, I guess like me and Dunks came up, that shoe was acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Now the young bucks, it's a difference with the young bucks, man.
I'll say this is kind of telling my age. The 14s came out when I was still in school. Let's just say that, The
Yeah,
14s came out, I was still in school.
yeah,
Very young, but I was still in school.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, like I said, I guess that's probably why we just rock with them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What year did the 14 is coming out. Let me make sure.
Yeah, double check that. I'm gonna read the rest of this article real quick. Um, as his trial began, Melly's Instagram account encouraged people to stream the proceedings of the law and crime and ask for prayers. Let's see. The trial live stream was also shared on his Twitter account. Let's see. During opening statements, the rapper's defense attorney strongly hit back against law enforcement alleged non-existent theory for why Melly would have killed his friends and all those years ago. Defense attorney David Howard acknowledged the state does not have to because the law does not require the state to prove his client's alleged motive in order to convict him a murderer. But he invited Broward County jurors to look beyond the law and into the mind of the person on the trial for the brutal deaths of two young men. Do you know what? Do you know what does require a motive? The defense asked out loud before answering. A young man to wake up one day and decide that he's going to kill two of his best friends that he grew up with, best friends that he hangs out with, best friends um, whose lives of his own, best friends whose career he wanted to try to launch alongside his own. Okay, got you. Let's see. They have no reason for why he would do this because there is no reason. And if there is no reason, it doesn't make sense. There you go. That's Melly's attorney speaking. Says there's no real cut reason of why he should do it in the first place.
Like we both said, only those four people know the truth.
Yeah, and that's what I hate to say it, but I feel like I probably could have joined the team on Melly's attorney case, because I definitely see I would have said exactly what his attorney's saying. Howard then went on to mock the alleged of the police and prosecutors by mimicking their voices in a cartoony fashion.
I would love to hear that.
I know, right?
But
he said, this is what they got in quotations. And if after 4 years of investigation,
it's the cartoony voice?
Yeah, this isn't a cartoony
voice. I gotta go find that video live. After this, I'm gonna go find it so I can see that shit.
Most definitely. He said, if after 4 years of investigation, the state comes and says, hey, he killed two of his best friends, and you're wondering why, and their answer is, I don't know.
That must have been the funny voice.
Yeah, that must have been a funny voice. I don't know. And he says, that's the first indication that they're just guessing and don't know what they're talking about. Howard went on, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is by itself reasonable doubt. So basically, he's saying if they don't know the real reason of why he would even want to kill his friends in the first place, then there's no point in, like, you know what I mean? Melly should be on trial. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that. But at the end of the day, and this is pretty much screw all the evidence, screw what he talking about, screw what she talking about. Getting down to the meat and bone of it, there's two dead bodies, and we need somebody to pin this on. That's what it's gonna be. Yeah, we got two dead bodies, two living bodies who know what happened.
Yeah, and
they're not gonna, at the end of the day, somebody has to take responsibility for these bodies, And it's like one of the situations where you're in the car. And okay, nobody want to own up to it, then both of you going, Yeah. It's one of them situations. Like it don't matter how you got it or what you did to get it. We just know that there's whatever your preference is in this car right now. And it's two of you, neither one of you want to admit that it's yours. So somebody got to be responsible for it,
Yeah, I think they're gasping at straws. I'm not saying Melly and them are innocent, but
I'm telling you, they're gonna boil down to. They're gonna say it's two dead bodies, and somebody got to be responsible for them.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't. These guys also, man. I assume like this murder case had to be in the millions, man.
You can't say that they can't just pin it on them because they want to, because we've seen it happen time and time again in history to us.
Yeah,
we didn't do it. but because they want to pin it on somebody, going to jail, and you're gonna spend 30 years of your life in jail for something you didn't do. So
True.
don't matter if he did it or not. They got two dead bodies, and somebody got to take responsibility for them.
That's how the state may be looking at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm telling you, fuck the evidence, fuck what he say, she say. We got two dead bodies that somebody got to account for.
Possibly. And you, like I said, you probably right on that one 9 times out of 10.
Then that goes back to say what he's not gonna. He may not get the death penalty, but he's not gonna just walk free. He got to take responsibility for those bodies somehow because they say they're gonna look at like what happened, but you're just not telling us what happened.
I mean, still, you can't use that against him though. So I'm gonna be honest. I feel like low key, he gotta walk free, or that's it.
No, he's not because I just said it. It's two dead bodies, and somebody got to take responsibility for those
I
bodies.
mean, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for you. They said the same thing about OJ. They wanted him. They wanted him to take the fall.
Yeah, but also, Melly don't got the lawyers that that OJ had to turn it into a fucking race thing. You can play that in the 90s. You can't play that in today's times.
Valid, but he does have.
He had Johnny Cochran. The Kardashian dude, dad, and whoever. He probably had some like 3 or 4 other high-profile lawyers, but he had the lawyers that had the respect to where the judge wouldn't question what they're talking about. Like Johnny Cochran and that Kardashian dude were two. They were very known lawyers, So judge knew their track history, knew that their win-loss percentage. They knew that they were very high in the win category. So they figured, this guy know what he's talking about, And Johnny did. He flipped it into a whole race thing. So, they can't really pull that because, for one, it's 4 black dudes, 4 young black dudes at that. So, like I said, and then the life that they were living, you already know how it's going to go, and they're going to try it. Like I said, they're going to say, we got these 2 dead bodies, and somebody got to take responsibility for them.
I hear you, but at the same time, I think, if they don't have enough evidence, you can't just say like, well, somebody did it, so it's just you guys and boom.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. I just said they do it all the time. They do it all the time.
That ain't enough.
They do it all the time. Don't matter if they got the evidence. If we want you to be guilty, you're guilty.
Yeah, but that ain't enough in my eyes.
It's not, but you see it happen every day.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you, but I just feel like that ain't, I feel like that's not enough. But
you can argue that, but guess what? He's still going to jail. Don't matter what you say. I'm not saying Melly. I'm just saying in general. If you try to argue that on any case, that's how the judge is pretty much going to look at you.
But he's not the one. He decides the punishment. He's not the guy. The jury's got to define you. They got to find you guilty or not. That's why that's trial by jury is one of the most expensive trials you can have. All the rest, this is an expensive trial. But you're being trial by your peers. They're gonna have to do a vote, and that's why they're presenting this stuff to the judge too, but they're really doing their best to sell it to the jury. You know what I mean? Because that's the guys who really make the final call. Let me hit the chat real quick. No Hype says they're a hood shoe. I mean, somewhat. Teenage Mutant Ninja, Teenage Mutant says, I know they're not timeless. Like, I can't see myself in my 40s with them, but ones I can rock them till the grave. I mean, I could do that with 13s. I could. I like them. Who That for Life says, I need the last shots. Fire shoe. Manny with the kick says, Yerp. What up, Manny? No Hype in the building says, I'm a ghost watch while I make biscuits and gravy with eggs. What happened?
Yo.
Okay, cool. You good. You came back. Says, I'm a ghost watch while I make biscuits and gravies with eggs. Shit, breakfast for dinner. Okay. I feel Hype.
Let me get some bacon with them. Yo, let me get some bacon with them grits, man.
Let me get some links with those grits, man. Hey, if you know, man. Salute to Menace to Society, man. Perfect thing for this situation, too. How ironic. No Hype got Manny with the
It's just
salute.
that.
Manny with the kicks got the salute back at 85. Manny with the kicks says Melly ain't getting out the way. The trial going, shaking my head. He should have took a deal. Nah, the deal was life. It what that's the thing. People keep saying
But
like he wasn't getting no like his deal
just
was
like
like
Lucci, he said no to the his deal.
his was
Now you
20
made it way
his was
now you
20
made it way
years
worse
though.
for yourself. Now you made it way worse.
Nah, I don't think so. Lucci's deal was 20 years.
Yeah, and that was the best that they could offer him.
Melly's best was like, hey, we won't give you the death penalty,
Like
but
you
you
know what
can
I'm saying,
do
like
it.
Lucci, he kind of just fucked himself. Like that was the best they're gonna give you. That's the best that they could offer you. And now you want to be stupid and say no. And so guess what? Now you can sit in jail for another 3 years because guess what? They're gonna push your trial back purposely.
Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think I could cop out the 20 either.
Well, no, you can't cut out the 20, but at least you know. Would you rather know that? Okay, I know that I'm gonna go do 20 years, or would you rather go sit in a jail cell for another 2 or 3 years, not knowing when you're gonna your case gonna be picked up again?
Um,
And now, guess what? Now the plea deal isn't 17 to 20. Now it's 34 to 60.
yeah. I mean, again, it all depends on what they can prove. A lot of these people, believe it or not,
But they got Lucci on camera with the guns and firing the gun and everything. So
oh, I
they
didn't
got
know.
Lucci on camera.
I didn't know that part. I didn't
He
know
was
that
the
part.
driver. He was the driver of it. So
Yeah.
he kind of
Um,
is guilty.
I mean, he's the driver though. He's not the shooter though. But that also can be
Whatever.
as used as well. The thing is, yeah, you still gonna get time behind it because reality is, it's like if me and you
You
rob.
drove to the spot for the crime to happen.
That's
You
what I'm
just as
saying.
guilty as
I
the
agree.
shooter.
I agree. I
You're
agree.
just as
That's what I'm
guilty as the
saying.
shooter. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like me and you rob a bank. You had me wait in the car. I know what you're going to do the whole entire time, but I'm the getaway driver. You go handle business, hop back in the car and drive off. I can't just be like, hey, yeah, I didn't do it. He did it. I just
And that would have been Fat Boy had he not snitched on all his partners on the X trial. They say don't matter if you didn't do anything. You knew what was happening and you were still there.
yeah.
You knew what the intent was.
All you got, don't call it, man. You know, don't call it, man. That man.
Okay, well that's what
Yeah.
happened to the guy that was on the trial with them.
Yeah, well, I mean, you ain't gotta call him. You know.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I called
It was-
him that.
Hey,
I'm
listen,
sorry. My bad. My bad.
I mean, he should be out by the end of the year, though. Let me hit the chat real quick. Teenage Mutant says if Melly rocking the 13s in court, the judge letting him out for show. So Melly had the 13s on in court. I didn't know because they said I saw somebody said that earlier. I didn't know he was rocking the 13s
That's
in
funny to
court.
point that out.
I didn't even see that he rocking the Jordan
Who said
13s.
that?
Teenage Mutant said that, but also I think somebody
Yeah,
else.
somebody did point that out. No, somebody said he got the court purples on.
Yeah, somebody said he had the court purples on. Yeah, the Slayer said he had those joints. The Slayer said he had. I didn't know he had those on.
The judge let him wear 13s to get up his show.
I mean, that's what he. If that's his only shoes. I ain't seen no.
Okay, well if that's the case, then if he wearing fucking 13s, Thug wearing fucking slippers. You know
I
that
mean,
wasn't comfortable.
I seen Thug them have like I seen Thug them have like headphones on during the trial, man.
I'm saying he probably got some. He probably wearing Yeezy slides to his trial.
Yeah, or the foam runners, which is even worse than the slides, man. I ain't seen no full body image of Melly in trial, but I mean, if he rocking the J's, hey, more power to
I mean,
him.
you gotta think you probably not gonna see it, but like when the camera pan out and shit like that, it probably catches a glimpse. But that's something like you say that you have to be a sneakerhead or something to catch,
Yeah, I didn't know he was rocking that. I mean, I just seen a regular image. I thought everybody had to wear that color because that's what it seems like. But I didn't know he was rocking J's in that joint. Interesting. Or y'all joking, but I mean, I don't know, man. I still think there's not enough evidence to pin against the guy. I get what you're saying. Somebody got to take the fall, but I mean, you can't just say like, well, leaves nobody else. Got to be you guys.
Yeah, they can.
You can, but at the same time,
I'm gonna keep going back to it. You've seen it happen time and time again. They can do it, and they will do it.
Yeah, true. So let me hit the chat real quick, and then we've been on this joint for hour 25 minutes. We're gonna close things out in 5 minutes for sure with our closing temporary verdicts. I think trial starts back up tomorrow. I think the judge said 9:15 a.m. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Um, and yeah, man, we're gonna see play it out. I'll just probably keep things active in the Discord. And then if it's still going on by Monday, we'll recap, do a recap of how many days. And, I'm pretty sure by this time next week, there will be even more evidence out there. You know what I mean?
Actually, after this, I'm gonna go watch my another streamer that I watch. He covers like all the trials, and I'm sure
Okay.
that he's on top of this one.
As he should be. This is one of the most popular ones we've been waiting for quite some time.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, I say before this one, I say next to this one was probably the TK.
TK's, yeah, that was very interesting too. We wasn't doing Music Mondays then, I don't think.
No, but the TK trial that was a pretty good one. What was that dude? Is it just Florida? Because that one dude, though, I can't remember his name. But that one dude, this don't got nothing to do with music or anything. This is a regular guy. The dude who had like the crazy, like he had the wicks, he had the crazy dreads.
Yep,
he, like,
that was him. I know it. Actually, I've been thinking. Yep.
And that was Florida too, right?
Yeah. I've been low key to keep it 100. It's not gonna come out right. But the whole entire time talking about this trial, I've been thinking about that guy the entire time. Because
play what you got. Damn it, I'm not.
Because he that guy not only was on trial for murder, double murder at that, because I think it was his daughter and his baby mama he burned up. His son survived. But he and we gotta look, I forgot his name, but he represented himself.
Yeah.
That was the killer part. He didn't even take.
But you can always tell something was mentally wrong with him.
Yeah, as I said, that person he got. I'm not saying he should get a cop out, but he should have not like. He should be getting life. Not
he got life without parole.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying he should be spending it in a mental institution or something. You know what I mean?
I'm sure they got. You know what? No, because you know how they do, and people try to play that mental role up until the trial. You know?
Yeah, and I'll be honest, if he had not to defend the guy, because if he did it, he did it, even though he's found guilty.
He did that because he knew he was gonna be either way. Don't matter. He wasn't getting out. So what's the way to make my sentence as light as possible? Play the mental role. Play the crazy role.
This is my thing. Homie would have made a great attorney. Just don't, you know what I mean? I feel like he with a little bit of studying, because obviously while he was locked up, he wasn't just chilling. He actually was able to walk the walk and talk the talk. The judge herself, even though like he was found guilty and whatever, she said she was still impressed with how he represented himself and was able to articulate with the, I said, homie, this I think is one of those, he didn't use his powers for good, so to speak. Had he would have all that energy he put in there, if he would have just went on and just went to law school, bite the bullet, went in debt and went to law school, homie would have made that money back in a couple years, if not in the first year. Because
what's law school? Yeah, you gonna go to school for what? Maybe 10 years, maybe?
I think 8 is the minimum.
8 years law school. I mean, especially in Florida, you would have made some good money.
I think so, yeah. I mean, no disrespect to Florida, but I'm gonna say this. No disrespect to the people that's from Florida that come in and out and check live. All I'm gonna say is this: y'all got some very unique stories where it just don't happen. I'm gonna say this: if it happened anywhere else, it doesn't make the light the way Florida's does. And I'm gonna just leave it at that.
I only met one. Matter of fact, I know 2 people from Florida. But I met 2 people from Florida. One was a chick, and the other was obviously he was a guy, but on his arm he had a tattoo that said like "Made in Dade." I'm assuming Dade County,
Yeah, Dade County. I said them boys in Florida just move different. I'm gonna read the rest of this chat, then we're gonna close things out for tonight, man. I'll keep you guys updated up in the sold out Discord, and some tell me we will have to touch on this again on Music Monday for sure. But let me hit the chat real quick. Um, let's see. Let's see. Where did I leave off? It says, Manu with the kicks out. Salute to 85 says, read that one. Teenage says, if Melly read that one, Melly, Manu with the kick says, how Sway Melly said he did it to his boys. Let's see. Man says, OJ had the best lawyers and shmoney compared to Melly.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man.
Valid. I mean, and yeah, he had his times were different too.
I was saying it's 90s compared to now. You can't try to pull that race card no more.
Yeah. Let's see. No hype laughing says hood shoe. Manny with the kick says, dang, life or death sentence. Sheesh. Melly is in a tough position. Pause. He definitely is. He seems unbothered though. I'm gonna keep it 100. Maybe does he feel like he truly didn't do anything, or he just truly doesn't care. I mean, I can't speak for him what his thoughts is. Me and Dunks already spoke at the beginning of live how we would be, you know. And what Dunk's saying, like, I'd be in there and be like, hey, yeah, huh? You know what I'm saying? I'd probably hold it up even longer just because I'm curious about every little thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Your life's on the line. No hype says, and if y'all wondering, yes, I live in the hood. LOL, not proud of it, but it's what I can afford. Hey, no judgment over here.
Nobody brought that up. Only you.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah, ain't no over here. Hey, the hood is the hood, man.
Hey, trust me.
Me and
Yeah,
Dunk, yeah, exactly. I knew where he was about to go. Trust me.
Exactly. That's all I want to say.
I was about to say we're the last people to complain about the hood. There's good things and bad things about the hood, but if you know how to move, they won't buy. I don't have no major problems, but I will say this: you can't look like you're trying to outshine the next person too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's because you gotta think the hood at the end of the day is like it's still your family. They're gonna look out for you, and they're not gonna let nothing happen to you. But they also not gonna let you do better than them. They're gonna keep you crap in the bucket. They're gonna keep you right at the level where you're supposed to be at.
Perfect wording from Dunks. That's the best way you can describe the hood. They don't want nothing to happen to you, but they don't want to see you out. They don't want to see you doing a little too much. You know what I mean? They want
in the bucket. You know?
Yeah. They ain't gonna let nothing
happen. It's just coming from me and Polo personal experience. You know? It's just
how we grew up. How we grew up. I mean, that's just at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And I'm not taking shots at people that live in the hood. Like
I actually feel more comfortable in the hood than I would anywhere else. So
yeah, like I said, I know how to move. Like we know, no case in point. My barbershop in the hood, obviously, but they, once they get to see you in there, don't go in there, trying to do too much. Know how to move. I'm in and out. I get my food there. I get some good soul food on the way out. I mean, I don't have no problems. You know what I'm saying? I know what time not to be around that mother trucker though. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, it's in for everybody. You know what I'm saying? No hype says the fact is, if you have money, you won't do much time. That's a fact. I could put that in there.
But Melly doesn't have the money to buy time. He doesn't. He can't prolong his stuff like Young Thug can.
Yeah, true. And
Melly's only been signed to what? One deal. I'm sure it wasn't that big of an event. Where Thug has clearly been in the game for several years, has his own label, his own artist, signed to a major label. So yeah, his money's
we can't compare them to, you know what I mean? Can't compare them to. Don't compare that. Let's see. No hype says or as much time. Let's see. Teenage Mutant says, love y'all, stay safe. Prayers 100. No hype says deuces. Let's see. Men of the Kick says, no Biggie 85. The hood always get love. That's a fact. That's all me and Dunks was trying to say. Teenage Mutant says DJ Academics is the CIA. I swear to God. DJ Academics about to start World War III. I'm not gonna speak on DJ Academics because I know how Dunks feel about him.
I don't even.
We're not gonna start there. Dunks probably would fight me. Let's see. Manny with a Kick says, "Lil Act." The guy went in there with too much passion. Let's see. Teenage Mutant says, "On On God, is what he got from that. Said, God damn it, I'm not from Manny with the kick
Yeah,
says.
because God damn it, I'm not.
What's up? Oh wow, yeah.
That's
He
what that dude said. He said, if you think I'm coming here to lie, you God damn it, I'm not.
said
And the judge was like, eh.
yeah, you starting out, you going too far. Hey, I'm gonna be honest, homie had me thinking though. I still, I think the right thing was handed down, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm like the judge. Like I was not expecting this, even though you're wrong for what you did, and I gotta do what I gotta do.
And you got you more nuts than a
Yeah,
fucking, I don't know,
yeah, I'm not
a
gonna
candy bar, you know?
yeah, you got more nuts than the Miss Goody Bar, Mr. Goody Bar, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Mary says there's something in the Florida water. Oh hell yeah, it is. No disrespect to
Alligator,
the Floridians.
crocodile piss.
There's much more than that shit. I mean, I'm just saying I can't think of
Sorry, all the people from Florida. If I don't
I
want to
love y'all
disrespect, I
Floridas,
was making
man.
a joke.
I love y'all Floridians, but y'all definitely that I rode through the hood real quick before I rode through Florida's hood too quickly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need to warm
But
up.
see, this is a time where we would need Kami because he lived in Florida, so he could, kind of.
And he knew I ain't gonna speak for Kwame, but I bet you he learned how to move too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just gotta adapt to your surroundings at the end of the day.
But from what I hear, from the top, as soon as you enter Florida to the bottom, there's nothing but trouble. From the moment you enter Florida to the so what's that gonna be like? What's at the top of Florida? I don't even know. Like, what is it? What?
They got two different time zones if you really think about it.
Because I know Miami is at the very bottom, right?
Yeah, I think it's in the mid bottom part.
And then Tampa is at the top, right? Or Orlando. One of those is one is at the top and one is at the middle, and one is at the bottom. I think Miami being at the bottom because it's close to like Cuba and stuff. I think Tampa's in the middle, and then Orlando is up top.
I think so. Yeah.
So either way, from what I hear,
there's two different time zones into it though. One's on Central Time, one's on Eastern Time. So
from what I hear, as soon as you enter Florida, from top to the bottom of the state, it's nothing but trouble.
Wow. So it don't even matter which part you in.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Let me read the rest of these chats and then we're gonna close things out. We've been on this joint for an hour, 37 minutes. Y'all smash the like button, sub up. Let's see. Teenage Mutant says Florida gang 100. No Hype says 100. Gotta laugh us in the skull emoji from Man with the Kicks, man. So honestly, I'm gonna say this. My closing thoughts for Melly. I do wish the best for him if he didn't do it, but I'm gonna say this. Is somebody asking in Discord what I think the outcome gonna be? To be honest, it's still a little too soon to tell. This is literally just open statements, man. Everybody looks good in open statements. If you don't look good in open statements, then you might as well pack up and go, hey, where I pick my spot at, and then you know what I mean. But right now,
you don't do good packing. You might as well say, where do I put my application in at McDonald's? You know,
so pretty much, yeah. And your client might as well go and say, well, can I get it? Can I pick like a certain sales spot or something? You know what I mean?
I'll just say, hey, just put me back in the same cell. I'll just spend the rest of my life there.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully things do work out for Melly. If he didn't do it, if they don't have any evidence, hey, they got to let the man go. But like Dunk said, it's gonna be I'm gonna say this case ain't the prosecutor's coming to fight. So I hope his attorneys is ready to match their energy. Look like they are, but I hope we shall see. Because again, I just find it hard to believe that with the lack of evidence, how they're gonna piece it together. But again, there's still a lot of stuff that we don't know. This is just day one. So other than that, let's wrap things up for the night. We've been on this joint for an hour, 30 minutes, man. Y'all smash the like button. Sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. Of course, my name's Jeremy Jones. Y'all know I make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls. You know this is Music Mondays. We just brought this in at the top of the year. Smash the like button, sub up. Really goes a long way. Me and Dunks will be back on Wednesday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast, and we will see y'all out in the Discord. I'm Jeremy Jones, and I'm going to let Dunks take us out.
Hey, thanks everybody for joining us. This actually was a good one. A lot of people like Melly, man. You know, a lot of people do. You know, you can see the turnout for this type of stuff. You know, and I don't know if it's like that they, you know, that the people like, you know, they actually like the musicians, or if it is it like more music. Misery loves company. You know, like people like to see, you know, the bad stuff of people. You know, they don't wish him well. They just want to see what's gonna happen to him. You know, uh, but also like I said, uh, I'm gonna stick to the two things I said. I'm gonna stick to that he may not get the death penalty, but he's not gonna walk. I'm gonna stick to that until the end, and also I'm gonna stick to that they're gonna say that there's two dead bodies. Somebody's gotta take accountability for them. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I'm gonna stick to that. You know, and that's just a general law, and whatever else Florida wants to tack on, add on to that law to make it there specifically. You know.
Yeah. True. I can see
So, like I say, I'm gonna stick with those two things. But obviously, you know, my wishes, my prayers are for the young brother. I hope yeah, him and his friend, you know, uh, if they whether they're found guilty or not guilty, I hope that you know they can move past this part of their life and you know entering their you know their 30s 40s wherever that they can go back and you know and look back at stuff like this and realize like you pretty much I see this kind of like the Snoop situation, you know, you see what I'm saying,
that. Yeah.
where Snoop was on a murder trial. Snoop beat the case, you haven't seen, but also you know kind of know what went on with why Snoop got out, but still you haven't seen Snoop and so much as a parking ticket since that's happened. You know,
Oh hell no. Cause
he,
yeah.
so what I'm trying to get at is that he learned from his youth. You know,
Oh yeah. Big time.
so I'm saying hopefully that this is something that all not just Melly and whoever Bort, hopefully not just something that those two can take from it, but you know just everybody, all the young kids in the
Hey.
world, all of us, honestly. You know,
Hey. Snoop cried whenever he got that birdie, boy.
yeah, he was like.
I know that boy put the
Ponytail back there, like
that boy. Yeah, the tears coming out,
you know,
man.
like, not guilty. He had Cochran too, right?
I
Was
don't remember.
Cochran in there?
I don't remember that one. I gotta look. I gotta
Was
look
Cochran
into
in
it. It's
there?
been a
I
minute.
wouldn't doubt. He may not have been on the trial, but he was probably just sitting in on it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, but to close it out, yeah, like I said, I hope that I hope that they find some peace, and whatever the outcome is, I hope that they can, you know, forgive themselves or forgive the shooters, whoever was in, you know, however it happened. But like we said, nobody knows the truth except those four that are in the car, and two of them can't speak, and two of them won't speak. So, you know, it's gonna be up to the state to decide what happened, and we'll just say have to see how it plays out, and I guess we'll know in a couple weeks the the fate of Melly in
Most
the
definitely.
whole YNW world, you know.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely.
But yeah, I think yeah, we are this thing, man.
All right, man. So we're officially out, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub up, and we will be back on Wednesday with Sold Out Wednesday, man. And we're officially out, man. Peace.
Peace.
My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Good enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. Got enough I can remember. Got enough I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while.